Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Namaskar. Welcome to a session on entrepreneurial mindset for school children, school teachers, and the India's school-going population should know about what is the entrepreneurial mindset means. Nowadays, it has got an extremely popular acceptance among the education systems. This session, I would like to deal in 4 or 5 aspects. The first one is what is the importance? Then we will go to what does it mean by entrepreneurial mindset and how to develop. This is the most important part of it. How to develop entrepreneurial mindset among the school-going kids. We have almost around 20 crore school-going kids, and if you develop the entrepreneurial mindset among these 20 crore students, you can imagine the country's growth, India's growth. Similarly, this entrepreneurial mindset has got a fundamental principles, a theory-based background, and that also I will touch upon. And finally, some kind of a overall remarks I will also be making it. Friends, welcome you to the entrepreneurial mindset session and why entrepreneurial mindset is important. First, I will deal it. If you look at the entrepreneurial mindset, you want to understand it, the best way to understand is that employment mindset. Upadhi manasikata, Naukri manasikata. This is one way of looking at. The other side is, we can call it as the Malika Manasikata. We can also say Udyama Manasikata is other side. One side we have a Malika Manasikata, other side we have a Udyogi Manasikata, employee Manasikata. Actually, education system usually develop some Manasikata among the students, and the criticism of the education system today is that it is developing only and only excessively employment mindset. So there is a reason why the concept of entrepreneurial mindset assuming a lot of popularity, and entrepreneurial mindset can be easily developed, and having the youth population of this country, this focus is the Ministry of Education and focusing on. We can develop Manasikata of a Malik and Udyama Manasikata in a detailed way. With this, the kind of the life of insaniyat, in life of individuals will completely get transformed. Only with employee Manasikata, Naukri Manasikata, the full orientation of human being may not be able to get it. There's a reason why we are stressing about it, and this has got a value for the country. Vikasit Bharat ki एक important बुनियादी भी बन जाता है entrepreneurial mindset. That is the reason we are talking about. Coming to the what part of it, what it is. There are 4 or 5 features probably we can understand on the entrepreneurial mindset. For example, it is an action orientation, not in terms of no action orientation. Self-initiative rather than taking orders. This is the differentiation between a employee Manasikata versus entrepreneurial Manasikata. An entrepreneurial Manasikata takes initiative on its own. Entrepreneurial mindset, the Manasikata will have action orientation, work orientation. They will be more about karma yogis. They will be looking at results orientation. Not just only baatein karna, just talking. No, it's not. They'll be looking at in terms of outcome orientation. They will also be more interested in camaraderie. How do you work together with many other people? This is also an important feature of what an entrepreneurial mindset is. Let me repeat many other things which I just told you about that. Creativity, curiosity, innovation, action orientation, fruitfulness, fali, the result should come, outcome should come in, and experimentation. Look at the kind of the mindset of a small boy or a school going chhatr talking about it. If this kind of a orientation is developed, manasikta is developed, sure, the country will flourish. This is what is found to be lacking. For example, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स, समस्या को ढूंढ के, समस्या को अच्छा समस्या को पकड़ के इसको समाधान निकालना, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग एंड प्रॉब्लम identification and solving it, and innovatively with results kind of thing, and without wastage. So this is a comprehensive way of looking at entrepreneurial mindset, and we want the youth, we want the students of this country to develop among themselves as part of their curriculum, as part of the regular study which they should be able to do it, so that the moment they pass out of the colleges, schools, the students will become fully available to the society. This can happen. This is about what? Now, the important part is that how do you cultivate entrepreneurial mindset? Here I wish to point out one or two issues. Mindset, manasikata, is basically, it's not about visible thing. It's not outside kind of thing like that. It cannot be physically tangible kind. It is intangible. It is invisible. It is inside the mind of the student. That's the reason why you call it as manasikata, entrepreneurial mindset. But how do you know that inside thing has changed or not? This is the issue which educators usually face. How to change the inside thing through a certain appropriate actions, assignments, activities, teaching is the issue. And it can be done. It's not that it cannot be done. So the behavior, the outcome, the actions of the chhat, the students, will be able to reveal whether they have inside this entrepreneurial mindset or not. So the activities, set of activities can be tailored, can be generated part of school from 10th class to 5th class, 4th class, 3rd class. From the very beginning to the higher level can be slowly developed at multiple level. In this session, I would like to stress about what kind of experiments, interventions in school teaching, school assignments, school activities will lead to entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial mindset development. I will be disclosing, sharing with you in the next 5 to 10 minutes. One of the important things about entrepreneurial mindset is that the learning should not be theoretical. It should be practical. It should be acharanatmak. You understand acharanatmak? Practical. It should be put into action. This is one important thing. And not only action, but also it can be an experimentation. Experimentation. Prayogi bhi ho sakta hai ki. Not in terms of anubhavi. Experiential bhi bol ke bolta hai, but it's more about prayogatmak. Ye bhi ho sakta hai. Third more important thing is that it should also be value oriented. So if activities of learning activities are designed on these principles, students automatically develop into entrepreneurial mindset. So which kind of activities I wish to share? Let me. For example, most of the students, maybe at least 50-60% of the students come with working background. They will be seeing in the market with their uncles, aunties, parents, brothers, sisters, many other people will be working on it like that. So if they understand how they work, how they create value, what kind of discipline they maintain, if they ingrain that, they develop the entrepreneurial mindset. Only thing is, school teachers, school administration, school activity set should direct them towards those things like that. Tell them that, notice them, see them, observe them, understand them, and write assignments, write essays, so that the student will be able to ingrain it. This is by observing they can do it, or else they can directly engage in the activities itself. Of course, we agree that they're all small kids. School going kids are basically primary school and high school and secondary school students, but there are people who will be working on those kind of things. For example, how milking a cow you create value, how cutting grass, getting it to this thing is, how do you get a value out of it? For example, how do you making things at home? For example, you take about village industries. There are people who make small items like that. It may be kapda silane wala bhi ho sakta hai. It can be, making some kind of a products in the at home also can be there. So how the value creation happens, they do participate in it like that. So this is also one of the ways through which entrepreneurship mindset can be enhanced. Coming directly to the college curriculum, the most of the teachers will give a lot of assignments to the students, and these activities, I said karma yoga. I said no, karma means basically activities and tasks which are being done by the students. They can be developed in such a way that these activities doing should be leading to entrepreneurial mindset. I'll give an example. When the students are given assignments, give an assignment in such a way that put some kind of a constraints. For example, you want to create a model, okay, a village model, or maybe a factory model, or maybe a animal, maybe design. Some students will be getting to the class and submitting to the teacher for marks. SUPW, no? Socially useful productive work. SUPW. This is an assignment. This is a activity which is part of the school which is run. Actually, this can be done into very valuable. How big basically is that? I recall one example where I was walking on the road. I saw a boy who was taking a snake model to the school to show to the teacher that he knows about a cobra. My dear student friends and also the teacher friends, I would like to appeal to you that buying a model from a shop and submitting that model to the school, do you think it is entrepreneurial? In my view, it is not. If a student can make a cobra with a kind of a material which is available at home, then it is entrepreneurial. There should be some kind of a constraints have to be created. Buy and submit is not at all entrepreneurial. Today, there are shops which are available for so many models in the market, which students go there, buy it and submit to the teacher. My dear teachers, my dear school administrators, I would like to appeal to you that that is not entrepreneurial, that is anti-entrepreneurial. Actually, they are spending money and they are not creating value out of it. What we are thinking that learning is happening. Learning is happening, but learning should also happen with value created. It can be done alternative way. So the point here is that entrepreneurial means cost should be reduced and value should be increased. I'll repeat. Minus should be reduced and plus should be increased. So I request the faculty to put a constraint saying that don't buy whatever is available at home in your surroundings. Use it and create value out of it. This is true entrepreneurial mindset for a student. With that, student will understand what is the value of money, financial skills he understands. He understands how creatively the available things can be used. The student will also be able to understand how innovatively we should be able to come out with ideas. So waste not is an important thing in entrepreneurial mindset. So this way we should look at it. So just buying and submitting assignments is not entrepreneurial mindset, whereas creating imagined things with available things is true entrepreneurial mindset. And I'm sure our children, our young minds can think very differently about it. This is one point. Second point which I would like to suggest about entrepreneurial mindset is that let the tasks be real, असली, नकली नहीं है. Photographs नहीं है, असली होना है. For example, it can be a asli kind of thing like that. It can be a asli leaf can be there. It can be a asli, a specimen can be there. We can find out so many asli specimens in the market. It can be a butterfly asli. It can be a fly asli. It can be a animal part. For example, bones of an animal can be asli. So they're all real. Please, entrepreneurial is real. This is also one more thing we should look at it. With these things, we can increase the creativity, problem solving, and critical thinking, innovation, value enhancement, waste not, time management, multiple things we can develop it. And when the students develop these kind of things, they will be in future, they will acting and independently, they will become full-fledged Indian citizens who will bring in value to the country and the society and this economy. My dear friends, I'm coming close to this session. Two different aspects I would like to bring to your attention. Actually, there is an amazing kind of battery of educational toys which can be used so well for developing entrepreneurial mindset, because students spend lot of time on the concepts, and the concepts can be reflected in the educational learning aids or toys which we call it as. And the same toys can be used for inculcating the entrepreneurial mindset. I'll repeat. Theoretical concepts to images and also the toys to developing entrepreneurial mindset. I would like to give few examples here because I'm sure most of these particular students who are going to see this particular presentation would have gone through, would have seen these particular items. I'll give small examples, one or two, and then expand them to the a scaled up level. Like, for example, here is a, so you might be knowing about this. You know this? This is a nail cutter. This is a nail cutter. I'm sure, I mean, every kid, every school kid, every student would like to, I mean, every mother, every father would like to see to it that their children were taken out of these nails actually. So What is the speciality of this? I'm sure most of the students would have seen it like that. One day I happened to go to one of the top class Photoshop in Hiranandani, Mumbai, and I was talking to this particular owner of the Hiranandani shop. So the gentleman was a nice, smart looking gentleman, and he had got a kind of a damage in his finger. So I asked the gentleman saying that, what happened to your finger? He said, sir, I have the bad habit of eating my nails. My dear friends, this is a common among the most of the students also. This is the reason I brought it. Now, this is a simple nail cutter. So, how this simple nail cutter can be used entrepreneurially, the teachers should be able to talk about it, direct the students, get different ideas from it. I suggest give this particular tool. This is a tool. Actually, it is a machine. Actually, it's called, in engineers call it as a machines. And this is one of the best machines. If you ask your elder brother who is studying in engineering, you see that this is one of the best machines actually. When you become college going students, then you understand that this is a machine. Yes, this is one of the engineering machines like that. So somebody doesn't want to eat his nails and septic nahi hona hai. There is a reason why we got this particular machine tool like that. A school kid can explain this particular concept as a machine. This is entrepreneurial. Not just a machine which is just doing a function of cutting the nails. Cutting the nails can be done by any salesman. But a student should think apart from salesman's jargon, how it operates. Teachers, you might be thinking that what is that added value the student can bring in? Actually, there's a lot of value one can bring in. For example, what is the cost of this particular making this particular machine? Is it 10 rupees or 1000 rupees or 500 rupees or 600 rupees? The financial skills of the student should be able to develop. This is important thing in entrepreneurial mindset. When we are trying to look at the value, the cost becomes very, very important and price becomes an important thing. You can get into the compare different kind of machines and find out which is more costly, less costly. I'll go to further like, for example, what material is being used. This is a great learning for a student looking at, is it plastic used? Is it what kind of iron used? What kind of steel used? What kind of process is being done? It opens up the critical thinking of a student. Different questions like, why not this material? Why only that material? Why not some other material? This is critical thinking. Questions and questions and questions is the whole idea like that. Who will buy this particular machine? Is it a poor person or a rich person? If it has to be bought by a poor person, what should be the price of it? This again comes into that. More points of filter. This is basically imaginative thinking in terms of an young mind, where students should write an assignment where it improves the communication skills of a student. If a student can go out and sell 10 nail cutters, he will understand price, discount, sales price, buying price. He can understand the maths questions in his 7th class, 8th class. He will also understand what kind of process required for it. He will also understand where we are importing this particular product line. It gives which country is supplying this particular product. This kind of a opening the minds is entrepreneurial mindset. Look at such a simple product can be taken, how it can be enhance the mind of a young person. My dear friends, I'm coming close to it. I got a few more toys to demonstrate. Jai Hind. Look at this kind of a product, an amazing product. Okay? Every 26th January, 15th August, we salute our national symbol. Actually, every student can catch this in his hand and go to talk to 10 people, 20 people, 30 people. What is this symbol meant for country? This is the way how we can develop the patriotism, nationalism in young minds. And this is a lesson for the student in his 4th class, 6th class, 5th class, 6th also. So a student can take up this and talk to the elders about what is the importance of this particular symbol. If a student can explain this topic in this particular symbol for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, very well crafted, the gentleman has got, that lady has got entrepreneurial mindset. The value creation is happening. And I salute a lakh students selling these kind of things in market, going there and telling the importance of these kind of things. And when you are talking to them, you develop communication skills. You also get insights from them more than what you tell them. This is very, very important. You know how to socialize. You know how to look into the eyes of the other customer and talk about it. How creatively you have to, where to start, where to close. You understand it. So, great opportunity for our 20 crore students who can develop entrepreneurial mindset. I appeal to the schools, teachers to give such assignments which will be leading to the entrepreneurial mindset. I got a few more demonstrations. Just allow me to tell about one or two more like. For example, here is a simple scale, roller scale. This is a roller scale. So most of the people may not be used it, but some people use it. This is a 25 rupees or maybe around 28 rupees in the market. But the idea here is that how differently this particular scale can be used is more important rather than just using it. You give an assignment to the student, how differently can be used it. What kind of models can be done? What kind of designs can be created? This is value creation. This is communicating. This is creativity. This is waste elimination. This is camaraderie. This is connecting to the society. These are the entrepreneurial qualities will decide whether an individual has got entrepreneurial mindset or not. I will come to the last point, the philosophy behind entrepreneurial mindset. I appeal to you to look at two important theories. What is effectuation by Saraswati, where she talks about 4 or 5 important principles, which I would like to stress with you. One is that छोटे छोटे चीजों को आप मिला के बड़ा चीज बनाओ. दिस इज कॉल्ड रजाई मेकिंग. छोटे छोटे चीज मिलाना है. दिस इज एंटरप्रेन्योरल माइंडसेट. देयर इज नथिंग बिग इन द वर्ल्ड. छोटे 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 चीज को मिला के बड़ा होता है. इसको कॉल्ड एज रजाई मेकिंग. वी कॉल्ड एज क्विल्ट मेकिंग. सेकंड थिंग इज अपन के पास क्या है. व्हाट आई हैव गॉट इट, बेस्ड अपॉन दैट व्हाट कैन बी डन. थिंक अबाउट. डोंट लुक एट what I don't have, how to get what I don't have it. This is not entrepreneurial mindset. Whatever I have, based upon that, I do something is entrepreneurial mindset. This is an amazing theory. I wish you go to the effectuation theory of Saraswati and look at. One more thing. You take control of the situation. You should become the centrality of the situation rather than blaming others, saying that ये नहीं हुआ है, वो नहीं है, वो नहीं दिया है, ये नहीं लिया. It's not that. You become prominent. Part of it is the whole idea. Action orientation is very, very important. I said karma yoga, not just jnana yoga. Just thinking is not that. Youngsters should be able to use their head, hand, and heart. Head, hands, and heart. The 3H. When you use it, entrepreneurial mindset happens. So, प्रयोग करना बहुत important है. So these are some of the fundamental theories. Last theory which I would like to put before you is that lean management. In lean management, an important thing is that customer orientation. Look at what others need it. सेवार्थ जाइए, सेवार्थ जाइए, शिक्षार्थ आइए, and सेवार्थ जाइए. What others want it? Yes, our actions are basically meant to serve others. You are looking our lives from the others' point of view. This is an amazing kind of thing which also should be there. So Navyata, innovation should also be looked at. Waste elimination and Prayog, Grahak orientation. These are all the lean principles which will come in. Friends, I just mentioned what is the importance of entrepreneurial mindset, what it is, importance, what it is, how to develop it. I focused more on how to develop it. And last point I said about is that what are the theoretical basis of it. I spoke about effectuation and also I spoke about lean management. These are the fundamentals with which there are many models, but these are fundamentals like that. Please, I'm coming to the close. 3 things which I would like to stress before you. Action, work is important. Work should be productive. Number 2. Number 3, value creation is ultimate. Action, work, value creation are the crux of entrepreneurial orientation. I am sure the 20 crore population of the students can become on these 3 principles, develop and become best citizens of the country. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I salute you. Jai Hind.